Welcome back to another episode of Peak Performers Podcast. I'm your host, Thor Conklin. In today's episode, you're hearing this episode on the last Wednesday of the month. This is the monthly check-in. If you're not checking in, you've decided to check out. If you've checked out, you are not a peak performer. Stay tuned and find out what you must do every single month in order to drive yourself towards your goals.
Welcome to this edition of Peak Performers Podcast with your host, Thor Conklin. Thor will be sharing the necessary tools, strategies, and psychology you'll need to become a peak performer in any area of your life or business.
Thor Conklin here. We give you the tricks, the tips, the tools, the strategy, the technology, and the psychology peak performers use in order to get more done and execute at the highest level. If you know what to do but struggle with getting it all done, or simply want to raise your game to the next level, this podcast is for you. Sit back and enjoy. Episode 447 first aired on December 20th, 2017. In that episode, titled The Key to Efficient and Effective Annual Planning, I gave you an outline for setting up your annual goals and the milestones that you needed to put forth in order to stay on track. We got to make sure that we're taking measurements along the way because we don't want to go an entire year and figure out, okay, we're not on track to make our goals. We want to be checking in each and every month. Now, this episode is coming out on the last Wednesday of the month. And every single month, doesn't matter what year you're in, you're going to do the same thing each and every month. First and foremost, you're going to look back. How did I do? Where am I? Am I still on track? What have the results been? What has been my effort? Have I been putting in the correct effort? Is it paying off? So first and foremost, where are you? Are you working towards your goals? Are you making forward progress? Are you tracking and measuring? You must track, you must measure. So let's just take for an example. You say, okay, I want to create a business that has $120,000 of income for me this year. Well, if we just finished up January and you produced $10,000 this month, chances are you are on track as long as it's not a seasonal business. Now, before we get too deep into this episode, if you have not listened to episode 447 and done your annual planning and set up your milestones, just pause this right now and start there. Just go back and look for episode 447. If you have done that work, great. This is the time of month where you want to get real. What were your actions? What did you truly put in? What have been the results? If the results aren't there, a couple things have to happen. You need to do more of what you've been doing, or you need to make some adjustments. Maybe what you've been doing hasn't been working and you need to change things up. Remember, I talk all the time about tracking, measuring, and adjusting. You know, it would be ridiculous to keep doing the same thing over and over again if you're not getting the results. You've got to be intelligent in this process. Once you figured out what worked, what didn't work, and you've made the appropriate adjustments, now you need to set the plan for next month. What is going to be that milestone that I need to hit next month in order to get me to my annual goals? If it's the same as what it was originally, great. If not, you need to make an adjustment to it. You might need to catch up. You might be behind. Ask yourself great questions. What could I be doing more efficiently? What could I be doing more effectively? Who can help me? What resources am I not currently using? What other tactics could I take in order to get me to my objective? What am I not seeing that's there? What opportunities am I missing? Develop a list of world-class questions to ask yourself every single month. I've got them in my daily routine. I'm always asking myself, who else can help me? What am I going to do today in order to bring on a new client? You ask yourself that over and over again every single day, I guarantee you start to come up with better answers. Once you have a plan together for next month and actionable items that you're going to take, make sure someone is holding you accountable. If you don't have an accountability manager, one of the best things you can do, put it out on social media. Simply make a statement. I, your name, commit to doing the following things in the next 30 days. Please hold me accountable. Look, people ask me all the time, Thor, what's the secret to success? You've got an amazing group of clients that produce amazing results. What's their secret? When you peel it back, there really isn't a secret. All they're doing is coming up with a clear objective. focusing all their energy, all their talents at that one thing and not stopping. Along the way, they're measuring, they're tracking, they're keeping score. They have someone holding them accountable, and they're making adjustments. And no matter what happens, they keep moving. People talk about goals all the time, but if you're not visiting these every single month and finding out, are you on track, are you not on track, what needs to change? Going through this process, I'm going to walk you through this process each and every month. If you simply do this and do nothing else all year long, I promise you it will be a game changer. Success is not complicated. It takes a lot of hard work, but it's simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Know where you're going, have a plan, check in, make adjustments, keep moving. Have an amazing month, and thank you for listening and sharing the podcast with others. Everybody's interested in success. However, only a few are really committed to it. What's the difference? Those that are committed are willing to do whatever it takes in order to get their outcome, in order to get their goals. If you're not getting the results you need and want, chances are it's accountability. Who's holding you accountable? I've got a challenge for you. For 1 month, 30 days, and $95, our team will hold you accountable for what you said you were going to get done in that month to get your goals, get your outcomes done. If at the end of 30 days you don't like the results or you just didn't like the system, we'll give you your money back. The question is, are you interested or are you committed?